I bought a benchtop bandsaw knowing exactly what I was getting myself into. It's small, it's light, and even on the rolling stand that I've bolted mine to, it's a fraction of the size that a real bandsaw would be. But the price for all of that is an absolutely tiny table, and for most of the work I do, that makes total sense. Until I try to go to cut a long board. The far end runs off the back of that little table, and it just immediately wants to drop. And my only move, if I don't want to completely ruin the cut, is to reach around the saw and awkwardly hold the end up. And the second I'm doing that, I'm not really guiding the board at the front anymore. The table just isn't big enough to support a long board all the way through the cut. So I'm forced to choose between a bad cut and an awkward one, but it's a trade-off I'm just not willing to make anymore. So here's the fix: an afternoon, some plywood, and 2 clamps I already own. Let's build it. Here's the bandsaw, and I'm gonna be hanging an extension right off the back of its table. But the problem here is leverage. As soon as the weight starts to hit the back of that extension right here, the whole thing is gonna wanna seesaw downward. So this entire build is about fighting that one motion. It's also why it's so important that your bandsaw is secured down to something really solid. If you just have it loose on the bench and you slap a bunch of plywood on the back, it's almost certainly gonna tip over and you're gonna have a really bad day. If that's you, fix that first. This entire thing can be built with 1/4 sheet of 3/4 inch plywood from the home center, along with 2 clamps that you probably already own. It's 2 parts, 2 rails that run front to back along the length of the table, and a deck that's mounted underneath them. Let's start with the rails. The length of these rails is going to be pretty deliberate. I've cut them long enough to cover the entirety of the bandsaw's table, plus a 1-foot extension off the back. This entire thing wants to seesaw, so the farther forward that I can clamp, the better. I'm going to be laminating 2 layers of plywood together for each rail, glued and clamped face to face. The rail has to be stiff enough to carry the clamping force all the way from one end of the rail to the other. 1 layer of plywood is a little bit floppy for that. 2 is going to be rock solid. And now the deck. It mounts to the underside of these rails out past the back of the bandsaw's table. And because the rails are sitting on top of the table, it's automatically flush with it. I glue and screw it to the rails, making sure to pre-drill and countersink as I go to keep everything nice and flush. The clamps go on 1 per rail right at the front here. And this goes back to what we talked about at the whiteboard. This entire thing wants to push down at the back and lift up at the front. And so if I clamp at the front, that's the longest possible lever arm I've got against the weight pushing down on the back. It's also why I cut these rails as far forward as I did. I'm going to cut a shallow notch into each rail. The clamps drop into those notches and help make sure the extension can't slide around while I'm cutting a board. It helps lock everything into place. Remember back at the whiteboard when I said that you need to have your saw bolted down to something really solid? Here's why. This saw weighs about 45 pounds and I've just slapped a bunch of extra plywood onto the back of it and changed its center of gravity. The one thing that I couldn't test at the bench was whether or not loading this thing up would mean the whole thing tipping over, stand and all. So let's give it a try. I load it up and nothing. It basically doesn't budge. There's a little bit of tilt in the table itself, but the extension and the table never move independently of one another. That's the payoff for anchoring the saw. If it's loose on a bench, now you see why I told you to deal with that first. We're almost done. I'm gonna throw a coat of glide coat onto the top to make sure that boards can slide across the surface easily. You can also use paste wax if you've got it. So that's the build. A year and a half of fumbling around with my bandsaw, and I just fixed it in a single afternoon. This jig works because it clamps on when I need it and completely disappears when I don't. Nothing in my shop gets permanent space unless it truly earns it. And the first thing I built to make that work wasn't space for all of my tools. It was space for everything else. That video is right here.